Do you know a candle doesn't live long? Its whole existence is a short dance between flame and wax. But in that short time, it gives light, it gives warmth, it changes the atmosphere of a room. And when it's gone, you don't measure it by how long it burned. You remember how beautifully it burned. Today, I want us to talk about life like that candle. Not just living for a long time, but living so meaningfully, so deeply, so intentionally, that even if the flame goes out tomorrow, your light has already touched the world. Part 1. We live in a world that is obsessed with longevity. We track our health, our diet, our steps, our sleep cycles, all with the hope of living longer. And of course, life is precious. Protecting it is natural. But here's the strange thing. Many people live long, but don't really live at all. They're just surviving days, one after another, waiting for the next weekend, the next holiday, the next big thing. It's like keeping a candle locked away in a box. Sure, it will last longer, but it will never light a single dark room. Example, I once spoke to an elderly man in the park. He told me, "Son, I'm 85 years old, but I only lived for about 20 years. The rest, I was just passing time." When I asked him what he meant, he said, "I spent my youth waiting to retire, and now that I'm here, I realize I never truly burned. I was always saving my life for later, but later never came." Part 2. The candle's secret. A candle doesn't hold back. It doesn't think, maybe I should wait until the perfect moment to shine. It burns, right now. It gives everything, without knowing when the wind will come. And that's our first lesson. Meaning comes from presence, not just duration. If you've ever been with someone you deeply love, you know this. An hour with them can feel more alive than a whole week in routine. So maybe the goal isn't to stretch our days endlessly, but to fill them fully. Part 3. Depth over length. Let's make this practical. Imagine you have two candles. Candle A burns for 10 hours, but the flame is weak, barely lighting anything. Candle B burns for 4 hours, but it's bright, warm, full of life. Which one leaves the greater impact? In human terms, depth means truly being present in conversations instead of scrolling your phone. Doing work that matters instead of just work that pays. Choosing experiences that make you feel, not just pass time. Example, there was a school teacher diagnosed with terminal illness. She had only 3 months to live. Instead of spending it in fear, she wrote letters to every student she had ever taught, telling them how proud she was, reminding them of their potential. When she passed away, hundreds of people came to her funeral, each holding a letter. She didn't live long, but she lived deeply. Her light reached farther than most people who live 90 years. Part 4. Why we fear burning fast. Here's the truth. Living like a candle scares us, because it means giving ourselves fully. It means not holding back love, forgiveness, or kindness. Even though we know life is fragile, we fear running out. But what we forget is, we're running out anyway. Every day that passes is a day less in our hands. The only question is, will you let your wax melt in the dark or in the light? If my flame went out tonight, who would remember my light? Am I saving my life for later? What would it mean for me to live meaningfully today? Part 5. Living meaningfully. Practical ways. Here's where we turn philosophy into action. 1. Give your presence generously. Your attention is the greatest gift you can give. When you're with someone, be with them. No distractions, no half listening. 2. Create more than you consume. Whether it's art, kindness, ideas, or solutions, add something to the world that wasn't there before you. 3. Live by your values, not just your calendar. Make decisions based on what matters most to you, not just what's convenient or expected. 4. Leave traces of light. Write notes to people. Teach someone something. Share your story. Even after your candle is gone, the light can remain. Example, I once met a street musician who played the violin in the same corner every evening. I asked him if he made much money. He laughed and said, "Not really, but last week a woman told me she hadn't smiled in months until she heard my music. That's worth more than coins." That man's candle burns brightly, not because of how long he plays, but because of how deeply his music touches hearts. Part 6. The Flame and the Wind. Here's the hard truth. We don't control the wind. We don't know how long our flame will last, but we do control how brightly we burn while we have the chance. We control how much warmth, kindness, truth, and beauty we release into the world. So when the wind comes for us, let it find us fully alive, not half asleep. Closing. Your candle. Your life is your candle. Don't measure it by the hours it burns. Measure it by the rooms it lights, the hands it warms, and the hearts it touches. Live so that when your wax melts away, the memory of your flame lives on. Because in the end, it's not how long we shine that matters. It's how beautifully